As many of you guys know, Alex and I have just moved from Melbourne to Sydney. And since we arrived in our new place in Sydney, our clothes have definitely been the hardest thing for us to organize. Between us, we have so many clothes. I personally have worked in the fashion industry for 11 plus years. And as you can imagine, just over time, I have accumulated a lot and a lot and a lot. As of about a year ago, I stumbled across the importance of ethical and sustainable fashion. Once that happened, my consumption habits did a complete 180, and I've now drastically reduced the number of things that I buy. However, as I'm a slow fashion content creator here on YouTube, I have kind of held on to a lot more items than one person really does need. I'm always having this constant battle between trying to minimize my wardrobe for my own personal benefit and then trying to hoard my wardrobe so that I can continue to show you guys more and more creative styling ideas. So anyway, I've decided that I kind of have to meet myself somewhere in the middle of being a minimalist and a hoarder. So I thought it was time for an eco-friendly declutter. Firstly, before we get started, you might be thinking, what makes an eco-friendly declutter so eco-friendly? Basically, what I want to avoid in this declutter is wastefulness and over-donating to charity shops. Since the rise of the KonMari decluttering method, which I'm sure you guys all know about, unless you've been living under a rock, charity shops have had like a massive increase of donations, which, can be a really good or a bad thing. The reason why it's kind of a bad thing is because it's also happened at the same time as the rise of fast fashion. So much of these items that have been donated to charity shops are actually fast fashion items, and these items just aren't worth selling on again. So much of what is donated is actually just not sold and ends up in landfill. So in this video today, I'm going to be decluttering my wardrobe in the most eco-friendly way that I possibly can. Along the way, I'm going to be sharing with you lots of different tips that I have picked up so that you can also declutter this way as well. And of course, if you guys have any tips to add so that we can all do better, then I would love to hear from you in the comments below, and we can just kind of keep the conversation going. Okay, so we're going to jump back to 2 days ago when I started my eco-friendly declutter.
So as you can see, we still have a lot of mess in this room. All of these drawers here are empty and ready for us to use. Hello. So yeah, I just thought because we have so much to organize, I may as well do a little declutter. Oh, in terms of our wardrobes, we've put stuff in our wardrobes, but we've kind of just plonked it in random places. So that also needs organizing as well. I'm not going to go through the organizing process today. Today's more about the decluttering. So I think the thing that I want to declutter first and foremost is my socks and my underwear. And when I was researching this morning, finding out the best ways to recycle textiles and what the kind of options were in my area, I found this to be the hardest one. I will go over kind of what I'm going to do with my socks and my underwear later on in the video. In the meantime, I'm just going to go through all my clothes and see if there's any things that I don't really need anymore or I haven't worn a lot. I'm going to be sectioning things off into piles, and to help get myself organized, I'm going to get some cardboard boxes, lay them out, write labels on them of like what each pile is, just so I make sure I'm really organized, because I can see that this room is going to get even messier before it gets clean. And at this stage, I am not going to have a donate pile. Basically, like I said earlier, I want to really avoid over donating. So we're just gonna not have a donate pile. Anything that I think is worth someone else wearing it, we're gonna try sell it before we donate it. So I ended up going with one box called Sell, one called Recycle. Oh, buddy, this ain't a game. Oh my Lord. Sell, recycle, and then upcycle. Upcycle is going to be a few different things. So clothes that I can use for different things around the house, or even clothes that I might be able to alter so that I like them and wear them more. So here are my boxes, and I think it's time to get to work. So any pair of socks that I don't want, I'm going to put them in the recycle box. I'm going to explain to you towards the end why my socks are going into the recycle box, because my underwear is not going to go into the recycle box. My underwear is going to go into the upcycle box. That may sound strange to you. I will explain later why I'm going to upcycle my old underwear. So it took me about 2 hours to sort through everything. The labelled boxes helped me divide and conquer at a rapid pace. I highly recommend this technique. So I'm pretty pleased to say that we are all cleaned up. Little boy has been having a nap here. Hello. Look how cute you are. Look at his little feet. Why are you staring at me? He's been having a little nap there, so I have been unable to clean this corner, but we're all done. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with everything now. In the recycle box is things that are not really worth selling. However, this box of things is going to be sent to a company called Apparel. I've spoken about them in the past before, but they basically take your box of unwanted textiles, absolutely everything except for underwear and a few other things. They either find them a new home or they find a way to repurpose them. The other things in here that Apparel do take, which some recycling programs don't take, are old socks. So all my socks that have kind of gotten a bit tatty and lost their elastics, I've popped in this box as well, and they are going to be repurposed. So that's what's in my recycle box. They also take old stockings as well, which is really good. So if you get like a hole in stockings. I know that Apparel is an Australian company and a lot of you guys are from the States or from Europe or somewhere else in the world, but all you have to do is look up recycling programs in your country, and there are so many opening up, and if there's not one now, there might be in the future. Otherwise, the other thing you can do is actually call your council and ask them for advice, and they have all the information. I went onto my council's website and Apparel was one of the companies that they recommended. I already knew about them, but it was on my council website, so all you have to do is a little bit of research. It doesn't take too long. Ooh, I have not connected the bottom of that box. I have 4 items in my sell box, not too many, but they're 4 really good quality things that I think will sell pretty quickly on Facebook Marketplace. If these 4 items don't, I will donate them to a charity shop. In my upcycle box, I have a few things. I have 2 pieces that need to be tailored. This one needs to be tailored by an actual tailor. They're pants, and I need to get them taken down a bit because they're a bit short. So I'm going to put them aside and get them to a tailor ASAP. This dress is really beautiful. It's cotton linen blend. I actually got it from the op shop just a few days ago. I got it from a charity shop. However, it has a polyester lining, which I always find polyester to be really unbreathable and it's going to make me sweat, and it defeats the purpose of having something that's linen and cotton. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unstitch that polyester lining. And because it's like a nice deep pink and it's quite thick, like a thick linen, it's not too fine, I don't think it will be see-through, so I think there's no need for that lining. So this polyester lining that I've just cut out from the dress, I'm gonna put it in the recycle box because that's getting sent off to Apparel, and Apparel take fabric waste as well, which is really good. And then the other things in my upcycle box are a bunch of underwear, which basically I spent a lot of time looking for places that I could recycle my underwear, and there wasn't a lot of information. Unfortunately, Apparel, the place where I'm sending all my recycling stuff, don't take underwear. There's nowhere that really does take it except for H&M and I think Zara for their recycling programs. And I don't know about you guys, but H&M and Zara recycling programs, they just don't sit very well with me. I mean, they're great. Recycling programs are fantastic, and I'm not going to say that they're not a fantastic initiative. However, there's something off about a fast fashion company creating a recycling program where they then let you recycle any brand at their shop and you get a 15% discount to spend back at their shop on more fast fashion. That doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I think it's a great initiative. However, I just really don't quite trust companies like H&M and Zara. I think they're too far gone in their fast fashion business model, where these kind of things that they're addressing to show that they're addressing sustainability, it's just not enough, when really it doesn't address the bigger problem, which is creating so much product and so much fast fashion and putting all the pressure on the garment workers and creating cheap things made of polyester that end up in landfill and pushing sales and pushing their customers to buy more and buy more and buy more. Yeah, just doesn't add up for me. So I didn't want to take my underwear to H&M. I was like, no, I'm not taking it there. So I'm just gonna try find something else to do with it. I had a little idea. I have this singlet, which I have like a few of. I don't need that many. What I'm gonna do is cut this up, use it for rags, and I'm going to try and make a little toy for Fanta. So I'm going to sew a little square and cut up my old underwear and use that as stuffing to go inside of this, and hopefully make a little toy for Fanta. I might even use these elastic sleeves on the side as like a little string to attach to it. And yeah, that's my plan for them. When it comes to upcycling your old things, like using old t-shirts or singlets as rags is a really good idea. If you have kids, just getting creative and trying to make stuff. Using them for patches on things, or cutting them up and using them for stuffing in toys or in pillows. When I had my vegetable garden, I used an old t-shirt, I cut it up and used strips from it to tie my tomatoes to stakes instead of using like an elastic band or a piece of string that I had. When it comes to upcycling and repurposing, you just gotta try to think, I want to extend the life of that item for as long as possible, and then I can dispose of it responsibly. And the more you do that, the more you extend the life of something, the more you lower the carbon footprint of that item. So the other thing I have that I want to declutter responsibly is a whole bunch of old sheets. So rather than throwing it in the bin, I'm going to take all these old sheets and towels down to my local Sheridan. Sheridan collect old textiles and they recycle them and put them into their products and create new textiles from them. So they're one of the first retailers in Australia to do this. All across the world, there are programs like this where you can recycle your textiles. So do just a really quick Google search and you will find exactly what you're looking for when it comes to recycling. I know a lot of animal shelters, they take old towels as well. Guys, if you have any tips on decluttering your wardrobe ethically and mindfully and sustainably, then please do comment below. I would love to know more tips, especially upcycling ones. If you're really good at upcycling things. Thank you for being here for today. Fanta and I have loved having you in my bedroom as I organize and declutter. Oh, and really sorry for the audio quality. I don't have my microphone and it's just shambles. Still getting really organized over here, so please take my sincere apology and I'm sure it will be better next time. Bye. Would you like to go out? Oh. Are you in a crazy mood? How'd you go? Bye.